Okay, everybody, it's showtime. I hope you can see me. I have my phone set up on the tripod, so I cannot believe I created this in less than 4 days. I can't remember if I started it on Thursday or Friday, but it's 90% finished. The only thing I have left to do is I have to shorten the hem. And I'm waiting for the horsehair braid that I ordered to put into, I'm going to be putting that into the hem of the underskirt. But oh my God, look at this dress. Okay, so here's the back view. I'm going to turn it around. I took photographs already. Side view. Here, I will fix the train. I hope y'all can still see it. Here's the side view. This is my Gilded Age masquerade gown. And oh my gosh, I couldn't be happier with this dress. So and then the front view. I'll just pull the train to the side. And then I'll step back or twist it a little bit. Okay, and then I'll step back to make sure it's still in the camera. I think I'm pretty happy. Oh, I need to tack these on the shoulders. That's falling down. But I was really happy. I put the little chrysanthemum sleeves on it, and I decided to do the 3 roses in the front. And I love this dress. Oh my gosh. So, okay. Wow. I'm going to turn this camera loose now. If I can figure out how to do it. Oh, here we go. So what do y'all think? I have to look at comments. I'm pretty thrilled and excited. I impressed my husband. He can't believe it. He said it was a real showstopper. Teresa, I'm really happy with this dress. I'm really, really happy. One of the things I wanted to do, part of the reason I chose this particular material, it was very difficult to work with because, as I said before, because of the embroidery. I could only cut it certain ways. I could only turn it certain ways. You know, it gave me very little flexibility, and I had to fudge a whole heck of a lot. But the reason I wanted to do it was to show what a beautiful dress could be made out of this besides a Regency dress, because everybody wants Regency dresses with this fabric. But I just knew it would make an outstanding Victorian gown because the Victorians were very elaborate in their embellishments on their dresses. Very, very elaborate. So I thought this fabric would work really well. Plus, the Victorian era was also the height of the power of the East India Company. So absolutely they would have had fabrics like this. These Indian fabrics in the Victorian era. It would have been very available. So I'm just so thrilled with this. Zena, yes, I am thrilled that you sent me the link, and you can join us. You know, you can still make the trip down here. Just find some, John's obviously going to be my roommate, so we're making it a Valentine's weekend, but you are welcome to join us. So I am really, really thrilled and can't wait to put this on. Stephanie, I have fabric like this in blue. I have lots of blues. I have so much. I have dozens of these beautiful embroidered silks. So yeah, I could do another dress. The next one, I have different ideas. The next one I do, Victorian, I would like to do it a little bit differently because I have a lot of ideas. And again, you guys know all my things are one of a kind. So I wouldn't do one exactly like this, but I could do something really similar. But this one is special. This one is for a Gilded Age Masquerade Ball. I'm going to be wearing it. There is a costume contest, so I hope it would be really cool. I'd love to win it. I don't know what's going to be there, who's going to be there, but I think it's a pretty dang cool dress. Teresa, they use various different patterns on one dress. The one I like using, This one I like using the one set of, I don't understand what you're saying, Teresa. This one I like using one set of fabric patterns. I am not sure what you're saying. But yes, they mixed a lot of things. The bustles and the drapes, and there were so many ways to swag and drape and bustle dresses. I mean, there were countless ways to do it. So this was just my own version. I looked at fashion plates. I looked at patterns. I had to fudge a little bit to make it work because of the fabric I was using, but I think it does look very appropriate. It does look not totally natural form era. It looks maybe a little bit like the era before, but you know, there were transitions in fashion, so I think it works. Definitely it's Gilded Age. There's no questions. Oh, patterns on the fabrics. Okay, Teresa, I'm sorry, I didn't understand you. Yes. I was thinking you were saying, like, you know, sewing patterns, so I get it now. Jewellen, I am anxious to wear it also. I would have put it on. Maybe I will, but, you know, I want to do my hair and my makeup. You know, when I put it on, I want to really put it on. I want to have the skirt fixed because otherwise, as I'm moving around, that skirt's going to get all tangled because there's no support in the hem. But please join me Wednesday because I should get the horsehair braid tomorrow or Tuesday, which should give me time to get the hem finished by Wednesday. So my Wednesday night live feed, I will plan to wear this and I will fix my hair and hopefully I'll have my mask too because I got a beautiful gold lace mask. So the gold lace should look really, really good with this. I think I have a flower left over too. I don't know if I can incorporate it into the mask. Maybe a flower and a feather would be kind of cool. But maybe just the gold. Maybe that's... I'll have to see when I get it. If I add anything to it, it might be overkill. This dress, I was wondering, as I was adding the tulle and the flowers, I was wondering if I went overkill, but I don't think I did. Because as I said, the dresses were heavily embellished. I did not add any other materials other than the tulle, which came with the dress. See, the tulle is embroidered to match the dress. So the only thing I really added were the flowers. And I think the flowers are a very pretty touch. The Victorians used flowers a great deal on their dresses. I'm trying, let me turn around here. Will you do ties or swing tacks attaching the layers together? Teresa is asking me. I don't know what swing tacks are. I did not, I made them separate. What I did, everything is, this whole outfit is separate pieces. So there's an underskirt, which I made out of a little bit different shade of lilac taffeta. So that's mainly to support the dress because without it, it just kind of hung because it's light. It's a light silk. Okay, so then there's the underskirt, then there's the skirt, the bodice, and I'll show you how I did all this. Okay, so maybe I'm going to put the phone in the tripod again so I can move around and hopefully show you guys what's going on here. Okay, hang on. Bear with me. I got to put it in the tripod. I'm not used to doing this yet. And I will show you. I love to do things in separate pieces because that gives you more flexibility. So, this dress. I will take it apart for you all so you can see. This little apron on the front is attached with hooks. There's a little hook here and a little hook here, and I just put threads, you know, a thread hook here, so because I didn't want a metal hook showing, so I used, you know, thread, just thread loops. So that hooks on with thread loops right there, so it's so I can take it off and it can be worn without. So and you can see the ribbons hanging down from the other layer. So it can be worn just like this also, without the apron. It's a little wrinkled. So this can be worn different ways because of the way I made this. I'm just making sure. Okay, so it can be worn as just the bodice and this. This is sewn on to the dress, so this does not come off. But I'll show you what I did in that. This comes off. I attach this with a snap. So I put a snap on the little modesty panel. I wanted to close the bodice with hook and eye closures, but I ended up doing laces so that I could get a better fit. So I'm happy with the laces, and when I put the bow, it kind of hides the laces. I don't think we'll see the ribbons when I have this on with a corset. I think that'll close up nicely. But okay, so this snaps on. So this is removable. And when this is laced up, you won't see the snap when it's laced tight. So it could be worn without that also. And then the bustle is separate. It just ties on with a ribbon. It just ties around the waist. So there's the little bustle. Okay? So now we're down to just the skirt and the bodice. Now I safety pinned this, which is hidden by the bustle. I forgot to stitch it. I pleated this. I need to sew it, so I'll sew it when I do the hem. But if I did just pin it or snap it or hook it, then it could be worn as a full skirt instead of bustled. So I think I want to do that. Either I'll keep it just safety pinned, or I'll put something that can be taken out, because then the dress can be worn a different way. So I'm going to turn it around again, and it gives it a little different look. Here. That is a lot of skirt to play with. So when I take those pleats out of the back, you see how full the skirt becomes. So I can move it back. So I think I might just pin it, because here is another version of the same dress, and I think this version is beautiful too. It's a little simpler. So I could wear it with a little bit fuller hoop. It's narrow in the hips, so I can't do a great big hoop skirt. Probably the one that I have under it is the right size to wear. So there's another look for the same dress. So by doing this, and I'll turn the camera around again. I like to do this with everything that I make. I like to do separate pieces whenever possible so that you do have versatility. I rarely make a one-piece dress. I usually try to do a separate skirt and bodice, because you can mix it up and you can get more looks out of it. So I'm really happy with this. I mean, all the looks. I'm really, really happy with this. So I was excited to do my big reveal. Okay, so I'm just going to go and see if I missed any more questions. Okay, hi Elizabeth. I think it will pull the gold out of the dress. Are you talking about the mask, Zena? Monique, it looks even prettier up close. It's really pretty. It really is pretty. And the fabric, all of these fabrics under light have a little bit of iridescence, which I think is just lovely as soon as the light is on it. So purple, I've never worn a lot of purple. I've always liked purple. I've never thought of it as, one of my best colors, but I think this with the gold, I think it's really going to suit me really, really well. So, because I have a real yellow skin tone, and I think that works with the purple. I think it does, because that's, anyway, we'll see. We'll see. So, I'll put it, when I put it on, I'll have to have my hair done. This would be really pretty with my red wig, but my hubby doesn't like red hair. And since it's got gold in it, I think I'll just, do my own hair. I have a curly hair piece that's blonde. I might put that in my hair. That would make it easier to do my hair. Ooh, a tiara would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? But I don't want to mix silver and gold. So maybe I could find some kind of gold tiara, something gold to wear in my hair. Oh, thank you, Teresa. When I tried on the bodice, it looked very nice. Thank you. And I didn't have the corset on. So, number one, I was glad that it fit without the corset. It'll fit better with the corset. But, yeah, that's why I put the laces in it. so that I would have more versatility on the fit. If I put hooks, it would just be too hard. If I did the hooks and eyes, I would have had to have fit myself with the corset on, and I wouldn't have been able to wear it any other way. And so it's easier to do laces. And I do hidden laces so the grommets at least don't show. I mean, you can see the laces, but you can't, I always hide the grommets because I don't want the look of the grommets, not in this kind of a dress. So the grommets don't show, so that's good. Oh, thank you, Zena. I don't think you've worn anything that didn't look marvelous. Thank you. That's really sweet. But you know, when I make things for myself, I make them to my taste. So that's the cool thing about sewing is I can make exactly what I want. And honestly, I'm so pleased that I was able to execute my vision on this dress because I did have a vision. And maybe some of the details weren't really clear till I started, fooling around with it. But the end result is absolutely the kind of dress that I envisioned. So I'm really, really pleased that I was able to do that. And my hubby's impressed. He says this is the best one I've ever done. He's quite amazed. So I like it. He's hard to impress, so I like it when he's impressed by something. He's very hard to impress. So I guess I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to post photos, and please join me Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, because I am planning to wear this for you Wednesday night. So ciao for now. I'm going to be working on a dress for Jane Charles tomorrow. No, Karen Simpson's coming to my house tomorrow for a fitting. And that's this blue dress that's been sitting on this mannequin. Hang on. This blue one. Karen's coming to try that on tomorrow. And then I'm going to work on Jane Charles's dress Tuesday. It's a brown and gold brocade. I'm going to make her a beautiful court gown from the 1730s. A headpiece with gold and a bit of feathers, says Teresa. Teresa, do you have any pictures of, I don't have any ideas on headpieces. Can you send me any inspiration pictures? I mean, I might be able to make something, but I'm clueless. And Jana had suggested a headpiece too, and I don't want to do anything too over the top, but it is a masquerade, so I'm thinking feathers would be appropriate. So I don't know. I'd like to figure out something. If you can send me some pictures, I'd appreciate it. All right. Love you guys. Good night.